And lastly, something that I forgot to add was that um, the spiritual warfare we are in, and the reason why I feel like church is so important is because, and not even just church, but I mean community and actually building community, is that, and when I say spiritual warfare, I mean like real spiritual warfare. Like, because once the veil is lifted, you will start to see things and you will start to understand things in different ways. You will start to experience dreams. You will start to just there will be a renewing of your mind. And this is me quoting partial um, quote in the Bible. And you will be under direct attack. I want to reiterate the dream. The devil was chilling on the bench because I didn't fully get into it. Once you start to go to the other side, the devil is not sitting on that bench anymore. The devil is coming straight for your ass because you running away. You've chosen a side, and once you start to pick a side, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but there is a fight. You will start to wake up. You will start to have dreams. You will start to sleep. And I'm not trying to scare, but for the first time, you might start to hear voices. You might start to have dreams where you are being like, I'm talking about demons coming after you with guns, with knives, with trying to get you, telling you that you are not worthy, telling you, and you might have never experienced anything like this in your life, but the minute you surrender to God and say, Lord, use me, all glory be to God, I truly believe and I truly want to follow you, I just want to serve you, Lord, then it's like, we losing one. The devil was like, we losing one, let's get her. You are going to want to be in community with other people who can help you, who are ready to put on that full armor. And I'm not even going to say that I fully understand what that's like, but I fully know what that's like, but there's this weird sort of understanding. Once you know that you have found the truth, there's this deep knowledge of things that you just know without ever having experienced before. You will start to know, you will start to understand things that you can't explain. You will start to hear the voice of God because you actually sought out the voice of God. Or you will just know, or you will just see. I really can't explain it, and for everyone it is different. And you will start to realize the consequence of walking in the sin before being born again, in iniquity that you face. You will start to realize what hell looks like. You will start to see who's real and who's not. You will have natural callings, natural gravitating, like you will naturally gravitate towards people. I don't want to get too deep in this video. All I want to say is, I really use your own discernment as to what all I'm trying to say is seek God and lean not on your own understanding. But in all seriousness, I think it is just so important to seek a community of people who are on the same boat as you, because I just was in Proverbs, and I encourage everyone to read Proverbs. Iron sharpens iron, so having friends and having a community of people around you who are willing to sharpen you. And also, one thing has been revealed to me that I see, which is the opposite of, I feel like God's calling in our lives is that once you start to change, you may feel like the people around you who are not, I guess, following in the way that you would like to see them called to do or be, don't push them away. Don't judge them. Don't forsake them. Don't stop being around them. But don't do what they do. Doesn't mean follow their way, but that doesn't mean abandon them neither. A lot of people are in this self-absorbed, like, I'm gonna only hang out with people who go to church, or I'm gonna only hang out with people who read the Bible. But then the other people who don't have this perception that, oh, being a Christian makes you feel like, oh, you're holier than thou. When I first started my journey, I was like, oh my goodness, are people gonna think that I'm that? And some people already do, and it is what it is. But to have the mindset, because you can't help that, but still to have the mindset that you are no better than anyone, and to have grace, and then the people who have been called and found their calling before I have to have grace with me for the things that I'm still learning or don't know. We are all at different points in our journey, and God can still use us. God still has a purpose for us all. And for those people who are not ready yet, pray for them, but don't abandon them. There's this saying about the black sheep, and a lot of the black sheep are different because, and I personally struggle with this, that I feel different and I feel isolated and alone a lot of the time. And I was watching this segment about how it's okay to be different, and I was like, get into this, because how is this, like, make it make sense for me, because you're not finna tell me how this is so good. But for real, like, it's like you have this calling because all of the black sheep are meant to lead. Even though the Lord is our shepherd and we are lambs of God, there is the black sheep. The black sheeps are like, oh, my family is not awoke to this, I'm gonna stay away. Oh, they're too negative, they're gonna drag me down. And it's like, okay, if they're gonna drag you down, how about you lift them up? A word. How about, because we need people, we all need each other. Because, and honestly, that's all I really wanted to say. And there's so much more to say. There's so much more truth out there, cut so deep. But yeah.